Just some Monday morning reflections. I'm currently out of town. I needed to get out of Houston for a bit to clear my head and just to. Oh, I'm also out of town to see a concert. Yeah, but anyway, just some Monday morning reflections. For those of you who don't know, currently unemployed, was notified of my layoff 2 days after my birthday in December. And still job hunting and job searching and going through the ups and downs of that. But even with the chaos of everything that's happening right now, I I'm somebody that deeply believes that everything does happen for a reason. And in my previous job, I traveled a lot. I was in my previous role for about 2.5 years, and throughout the entire duration of my job, I don't think I was home more than a week at a time, more than a week during a calendar month. So like every month I was at home. For the most that I was ever home in a calendar a month was maybe a week and a half, because I was constantly traveling. I was either traveling back and forth to Seattle because my previous job was based in Seattle, or I was traveling across the country to different conferences, to different summits or summits that I hosted. And before I got laid off, I was getting to a point where it was physically starting to take a toll on me. And coming into 2026, I didn't know how much longer I could have lasted in the job, physically, just because the traveling was starting to become too much, both physically and mentally. So I say all of that to say that even with the devastation of losing my job and just being unemployed in this market, one thing that does bring me relief is that I'm now in a position where I don't have to be in the airport. Just seeing the chaos that's resulting from the Trump administration and the TSA agents not being paid and having to wait in line for up to 4 to 5 hours. And my airport of choice in Houston, because if you don't know, Houston has two airports, Hobby and Bush. My airport of choice, um, especially with me traveling for work, was Bush Airport, IAH, which is the bigger airport. And I used to be a Southwest girly, but I became a United girly because United is just more convenient, especially with the way I was traveling for work. And to see those lines in at Bush Airport, and even with the TSA agents being paid, and some of them I'm hearing that even some of them did get paid, but it's not the correct amount of money. Even with them being paid, it doesn't necessarily correlate to times waiting to go through TSA, to those times shortening. So there still are going to be long lines, and I'm just being in my gratitude space. I'm happy for me that I don't have to be in the middle of that chaos while they're figuring it out. I have the privilege to just be home, to live in a state that has multiple big cities where I can just travel and get away, to get a change of scenery. But I'm just, as uncomfortable and as painful as this process has been, and just as with all of the emotions that I'm cycling through like on a weekly basis, I do see the silver lining that I don't have to. I'm now in a position where if I'm going to an airport, it's purely because I want to, and it's not out of necessity because it's a requirement for my job. And I am thankful for that. Do I want the airport situation to be better? Of course, I want it to be better, but I'm just happy in the meantime that that's not an additional headache that I have to take on. But I do hope that it gets better. But it has been nice being like, well, because I ain't working, at least I don't have to travel for work. I don't have to be in the airport just giving up full days only to stand in the line to go through, and my flight's left or it's been canceled or delayed. It's just an additional headache that I'm just glad I don't have to endure for the moment. And I truly believe that everything does happen for a reason. So just this is just my little gratitude, just trying to make light in a dark, chaotic situation. But let me know what you all think. I'll probably post some more TikTok later on today. So I'll see y'all today, and thank you all so much for the support.